two different styles of drummers, really. Some people will prefer Grohl, some people will prefer Channing. Just comes down to what you like, right? So there you go, guys. Leave your comments down below of what you thought of Chad Channing as a drummer for Nirvana. And whose drumming did you prefer, Grohl's or Channing's? Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next time.